Jake LaMotta, Raging Bull.
Oh, cool.
Jake.
Cool.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Julie McNamara, and I was playing Rachel in Ludlow Fair. I had a scene partner, but she just called and said she was sick. So,
Oh, no.
yeah, I just got a call from her. But
Hope she wasn't shooting the film I was doing that day.
I hope not.
Okay, Sarah.
But I was going to try. There's a few monologues in the play too, so I was going to try some of Rachel's monologues.
From Ludlow Fair. Beautiful.
Okay, Laura Partridge from The Solid Gold Cadillac by George S. Kaufman and Howard Teichman.
You're going to bring that over, that classic. We're going to keep doing that. Yeah, I'd love to do, by the way, Oktoberfest is our next, we're aiming for a few evenings of work coming out of the studio, including unproduced new plays, classics, scenes, yeah, classics smack up against contemporary stuff, you know. Toward the end of October, it looks like now, because of certain things that we have to work around, but that's what we're working towards, yeah. We've got at least, Solid Gold Cadillac, I'd love to have you in
And Tom is coming back, and
Yeah,
I
I know.
am too.
Pete?
I'll be working with Ms. Clark, with Mr. Odette's play. I'm Mr. Pierre.
Are you working on a scene?
Yeah, we're working on a scene together.
Okay, great. Are they coming in today with it?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Steph?
I'll be finishing work on Val from a Chorus Line.
Okay. So that means you're finished with the characters.
Well, I could.
We open with it tomorrow night. Is that what we have to open.
Well, still working on time.
Oh, okay.
but-
Oh, okay. Good. Okay. Ms. Berger.
I will be working on Maggie in a blending of the two studios that I'm working with by Bobby Holder, because I have to perform it for them tomorrow.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Okay.
My name's James. This will be a speech from The Marriage of Figaro.
This is the Leaf adaptation.
Hi,
Hi.
Gloria, Avery. I'm trying Megan McBeth.
Fantastic. Sir.
Eric Rousseau. I'm going to do Edmund again because I met with Eddie earlier. And he gave me a couple notes.
Okay.
I want to get that name. Edmund from England.
Great. Hey, Jamie.
Jamie Dolan, and I'm going to do Mike from an Untitled project.
What's it called?
It's Untitled.
And the part is
Mike.
Mike. Untitled.
Yeah.
Is it a new play?
Something his friend wrote. What?
That Mario wrote.
His
I
friend.
wrote the story, my friend wrote the script.
Friend wrote it. Good. Beautiful. Is this a scene you're going to work on?
We know it. Yeah.
Huh?
We have a scene from it. Yeah.
We've been waiting 5 years for that scene.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, all right. There she is. There she is. The midwife? No, I felt so stupid. I never heard of that word.
A lot of people haven't heard of it. Don't worry about
Sir.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm certainly one of them.
So I am Tiffany Adams.
What is that?
Tiffany Adams.
Cynthia Adams.
Tiffany
Adams.
Adams. Doing Carol from David Mamet's Oleana.
Ooh.
Oleana.
I love Oleana.
Right. Beautiful.
Mary, and I will be doing Edna from Clifford Odette's Waiting for Lefty.
Waiting for love.
Oh.
Cassie, did I not ask you? She's not Cassie.
She was out. She came back.
She was out.
Oh, it's not that I have Alzheimer's? It's you actually snuck out. I'm beginning to worry. I figured Alzheimer's is coming in fast. You're very quiet, Cassie.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. What do you want to work on?
Mabel Chiltern from An Ideal Husband.
Whoa, great. By Sir Oscar.
Yes, Oscar.
Oscar Wilde.
Yes.
An Ideal Husband. Lots. Fantastic. All right. So here we go. We won't start with anybody because we're all in character listening. But the first speaker will be Miss Chelsea tonight. First speaker. Break it down into 2 parts, would you? Just so that, I'd like to do that. Why? It keeps you on your toes. Because once you finish, you kind of go, no, I'm finished. I want you to listen and be ready for when it comes around, you know, if it comes around the second time. Okay,
Wait,
here we
so
go.
are we not doing the you have to,
What?
we're not doing the you have to go to a different person, or? it's
Oh,
all
yeah, you
over
do.
again?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, interact so that everybody gets a shot, yeah? And, you know, I take it for granted, you kind of know nobody's new. So excuse me for not being precise. But, you know, when you finish, whatever you have to say, you're not finished. Now you become the listener until that person goes by you to somebody else. Okay, here we go.
Yes, if there's roads, I'll take them. I'll go up all those roads until I find what I want. I want a love that uses me, that needs me. Don't you think there's a world of joyful men and women? Must all men live afraid to laugh and sing? Can't we sing at work and love our work? It's getting late to play at life. I want to live it. Something has to feel real for me, more than both of you. You see, I don't ask for much.
I like to make people laugh. My daughter calls me a clown. The 2 of them. My wife's included. But they're bills. They ate holes in me like Swiss cheese. But I'm the clown.
Excuse me. Excuse me. One moment. The 12th. Have a good day, dear. The 15th. Now, don't you look fetching. April 17th. If you girls would come over here, I saw you, Professor. For 2 semesters, sit there and stand there and exploit your, as you call it, your paternal prerogative. And what is that but rape, I swear to God. You asked me here to explain something to me as a child, but I came here to explain something to you. You are not God.
Thou, nature, art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom, permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? Wherefore that I am some 12, or is it 14 moonshines lag of a brother?
I remember those cheers. I mean, they still ring in my ears. And for years, they remain in my thoughts. Because one night, I took off my robe. And what did I do? I forgot to wear shorts. I recall every fall. And hook, jab. I mean, the worst way a guy can get rid of his flap. I mean, as you know, my life, it wasn't fab. And though I'd rather hear you cheer, when I delve into Shakespeare, a horse for a horse, my kingdom for a horse, I haven't had a winner in 6 months.
When the theaters turned into plastic, nothing was left for me but robbery. So I set myself up as a banker. But even here, everything went wrong. I stayed honest while the rest cheated, so of course I go under again. At this point, I renounced the world, hit the bottle, start pacing bridges, and I would have killed myself, and not a certain Providence recalled me to my original station. I laid down my pride in the middle of the road. It's far too heavy a burden for a pedestrian. And I picked up my razor and my strap, and I began to roam from town to town to town to town, living carefree. An important aristocrat from the old days recognizes me. I set him up with a beautiful, and in exchange for my services, he's trying to grab mine. Fantastic series of events.
Can't carry this badge around. It's a curse. And this gun, identical to the one used to shoot that kid. You don't think I know what's at stake?
Let me go! Janice! You're my sister again! Please! Why are you doing this to me? John! Can I untie me? Please, somebody just untie me! I can't take this anymore! Oh, my nose is itchy. No, seriously. No, I don't want you to scratch it. I want you to untie me so that I can scratch it. It's my nose. Jesus Christ! No, don't call the police. Why are you people doing this to me? I'm a human being. I have rights. I'm sorry.
Well, Tommy has proposed to me again. Tommy really does nothing but propose to me. Last night, he proposed to me in the music room when I was quite unprotected, as there was an elaborate musical trio going on. I didn't dare make the smallest repartee, I need hardly tell you. If I had, it would have stopped the music at once. Musical people are so absurdly unreasonable. They always expect one to be perfectly dumb at the very moment one is longing to be absolutely deaf. Then he proposed to me in broad daylight this morning in front of that dreadful statue of Achilles.
Miss Stockbrennan, could you bring me the stockholders directory? Thank you. Let's see. Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas. I don't want anyone from Arkansas. We starve to death in that state. Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland. We did good business in Maryland. Miss Stockbrennan, take a letter.
Strike, Joe. What are they doing? Collecting dues and patting you on the back? You got hundreds in your rotten union. You know, your boss is making suckers out of you. Yeah, suckers out of all the wives and the innocent kids. I know you wish you were a kid again, Joe. But you're not, and you have to think about the next minute.
The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts. Unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe top, full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse. That no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect in it.
Broadway, same story every audition. I mean, I danced rings around the other girls and I'd still end up in the back with the other rejects. I wasn't stupid. I knew what they were looking for. That, and I swiped my dance card after an audition once. And for dance, they gave me a 10. For looks, 3.
Agnes, are you ever getting out of there? You said that an hour ago. There's nothing wrong with you, Rachel, except you're given to talking to yourself, driven to talking to yourself. Long, pointless conversations before retiring. Well, Doctor, it's this way. Joe turned out to be a rat. But then I think I knew that before he turned out. I was just sitting home saying to myself, Rachel, you have got to get yourself a new phenakistoscope. The one you've got is just a mess. The radial slits are all shot. And when the radial slits are shot, there's just no hope for a phenakistoscope or anything else for that matter. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Joe, where did you go?
What are your opinions on anything? Here's a paper. Do you read? What are you, communist?
Everyone what?
Fascist? A Democrat.
Everyone what?
Keep going.
Oh, you definitely are a Democrat.
Well, yeah, that's it. I'm out of line.
Keep going.
You don't know about these things? It says here, in India, that snakes swallow the man. What's your opinion on that, Mr. Singer? What's that book in your hand? It's a dental magazine? Let me see. I like to look at the pictures. Are you afraid of me? Why are you acting nervous around me? What's your name? What's your first name? Mike. Okay, Mr. Mike. That's a name for a dancer. Do you dance? You know what I'm saying? You've been in several shows? You're a dancer. What's the secret of life? I don't treat my cabbage quiet. Let's pass on my opinion of this. You're frustrated. Are you listening?
Thank you, guys. Do your second part now. Go right straight to the next
Well,
part. Go around again. Give it off to somebody.
You know, in my opinion.
I'm sorry, before you go, since we did start, nice work. Some nice work. In terms of, as Eric said, yes, they were human beings. They were human beings. What part of the body came to you about Edmund?
Well, the part I was getting to with my fingers.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten to that part of the speech yet.
Okay.
But
what part of the speech would that take?
well, when he uses the word legitimate.
Right.
And the moon,
Yeah.
12 moonshine by.
How about before that? What part of his body do you think of? I know what I think of.
Okay.
But I want to hear what you.
I want to hear what you.
No. I didn't do it tonight.
Okay. I give up.
No. I mean, if you had to insist. See, a lot of this is. It's not. I'm not trying to quiz you. I'm trying to. It should be.
Probably my chest.
Yeah, fine. It's instinctive. It's what do you feel about the character in this speech? At this moment in the play, what kind of animal does that character feel like, and or is he? See, for me, I guess when Edmund, if I were working on that speech, I guess instinctively, I would do the speech from here. Because he's got the biggest schlag on stage.
Oh, yeah, that was in the script, I remember that.
No, I mean, you know what I mean? And he knows it. See, a lot of people don't know it, but he knows it. And so he walks like he knows it. And he's the king of that first act of living. So, you know what I mean? That's what I would...
Okay. How about like an animal, a certain type of animal?
I don't know, you know, a certain kind of animal, I would think, I'd leave that up to you, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use your instincts about this. It's not intellectual, it's more using whatever instincts you have rather than, oh, this would be an interesting, you know, what is the, because it's sensual. Movement is sensual. Feelings are sensual. They're not intellectual. They're not rational. They don't make sense all the time. You know? So, anyway, good. Steph, what did you use? She's a Broadway dancer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought chest.
Huh?
I thought chest.
Chest?
Yeah, that's what I went with.
Okay, good. Well, certainly, rationally that makes sense because dancers always have a sense of, you know, they always look taller than they are. My daughter is very, actually, as a ballet professional, she's short. But when you see her on stage, I mean, she really, because the body just has that sense of whatever. And I've seen a lot of dancers like that, because the chest is over, rather than, you know, good, right? Nothing is wrong, by the way. There's nothing you're going to, if you go with your instincts, you're never wrong. Ever. Ever.
I mean, I guess it wasn't, it didn't end up coming from a specific body part, it was just an overall tension. It was just everything felt, because you know, you can be like loose and free, and I was just like,
because what made that?
Well, because I'm bound to a chair and I'm waiting for them to let me go, and there's nowhere to go.
And yeah.
So just everything strained, everything just like seized up.
So now how does the actor find a relaxation within that? That's the key. You know, once you feel that tension, maybe the character feels the tension. But now, should the actor have all that tension? That's the, well, you know, how do you moderate that?
Came from not knowing my lines either, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. But if there's too much tension in the actor,
yeah,
I don't know if that helps the character. You know?
Well, that's
tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
To find a relaxation within the tension. Maybe a way to, I don't know the play, but maybe a way to do it is, I feel tense, so I'm going to show them I'm not tense.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show them no matter how I feel. I'm not tense, I'm going to get what I want. You know, which will relax me as an actor. I don't know the play though. See, I'm not, you know, but I'm thinking, how could I? Otherwise, I'm going to be like this for the whole speech. And I felt.
Well, I mean, that part where I stopped was right where the shift happened. So.
Yeah, but I know. There's always the shift. There's always the next part where I use my fingers.
But there's more colors that could have happened in the first part.
Yeah. I'm concerned about what you do rather than what's coming next.
Yeah. No, I know. That's why I wanted to do it here.
Yeah. Good. Cassie.
I really wasn't concentrating on just one part of my body.
On what?
I really wasn't concentrating on just one part of my body.
Okay. What parts?
I was just, whatever came natural, that's what I did.
Whatever came natural?
Yeah.
Well, we do that all the time, Cassie. I mean, we always are doing whatever comes naturally. That I think we all try to do that. But I was asking if you could, in addition to that, find some part of the body that might be accented. I saw something.
Okay.
I don't know if you were aware of what you were doing.
I probably was.
Huh?
I probably was.
It was wonderful what you were doing.
I mean, I recognize I did something.
I saw.
I didn't intentionally do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't
You see, I think, I'm not sure about, you know, if you were to ask me,